My name is Sabrina Davdison. I graduated in the spring of 2019 from the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences with a Bachelor of Science degree in Integrative Studies. My three focuses were communication, business management, and criminal justice. And right now I am doing everything and anything, I feel like. I'm actually the Director of Special Events and the Media Coordinator for the Fort Worth Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. It's a nonprofit organization. We help small businesses in the marginalized business community. So it's a nonprofit, so you wear many hats. So that means one day I'm the admin, the next day I could be the assistant to the CEO. I'm also my full-time role doing all the events and fundraising, and I could also be putting together things to get our news releases out in the media and working with our media partners as well as a little bit of everybody else's job. So we're all kind of cross-trained into each other. I actually didn't know about integrative studies when I first came to UNT in 2015. I was very active in Women in Business, Talons, SGA, just to name a few, and some of my friends in those organizations were actually an integrative studies major. But I never understood the scope of it until I started actually talking to them and start picking their brain of what do you do? What are your classes? What does this look like? What is your career going to look like afterwards? Because I was so set on your degree to find what your career would be, and I think that's a mindset that a lot of students have. So I was trying to figure out what my mindset was going to be changed to if I went the integrative studies route. So I took a leap of faith, decided to change right before my junior year of college started, and luckily I had already done so many classes in communications and criminal justice that I thoroughly enjoyed that I was able to apply that to all of the coursework that I needed to achieve an integrative studies degree. No, and I don't even think I do now. It's only been about 3.5 years since graduation, and I've had 2 full-time roles since graduating college. And even in those full-time roles, it's still such a navigating pathway every day, I feel like, because I'm learning something new and I see what other people are doing and I hear about some of their successes or some of their hardships and I'm like, oh, like that's cool, I want to do that. And so it's really interesting that there's so many career paths out there and you kind of just land where you're supposed to land, I feel like. I feel like my education prepared me greatly, especially through my experience through UNT. So one of the things that I did when I was a student here was not only was I super involved in organizations, but I was also working at the university in the Division of Advancement. So I got a little bit of a taste to do what I was doing in college to do what I'm doing now professionally. So I feel like just my entire experience overall really paved the way for where I'm at today. And it came down to the coursework too, because some of the coursework that I was even taking through the Integrative Studies program has been pretty heavily implemented in my day-to-day operation. I do so many communication things over email and documentation and press releases and interviews and everything of that sort that I did learn during my coursework that I now can apply to what I do at the Chamber. Yes, internships are so important. I did about 3 internships during my undergrad. 2 of them were simultaneously in Austin, Texas. So I took a leap and moved to Austin for a summer and just kind of said yes. So I was working for 2 organizations, again, nonprofits in Austin. And then when I moved back to DFW for my junior year, for the school year, I took another internship at, which is kind of cool, it was the Denton County DA's office. And I just remember sitting in meetings and conference rooms in the courtroom and working a couple of cases, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is not what I want to do for the rest of my life. And so it was kind of a cool internship opportunity that I think taught me what I didn't want to do, and sometimes those are as equally important as the ones that kind of lead you to what you do want to do. I don't think there is a perfect solution to everything, and I don't think there is a perfect field combination for a career. So every single person is going to take away something different from the same situation, which is really cool. And so it's just depends on how you interpret your coursework when you're an undergrad, what you do in your interviews, what jobs that you're going after. So trying to identify what it is that you're trying to achieve and then finding those opportunities that could be equally fulfilling. Because if you have a passion for something, it's not going to be a one-size-fits-all. My current advice to students would be to say yes to opportunities. I think that's one of the most probably intimidating things to do, but it's also one of the most exhilarating things as well, because you just never know what's going to be around the next corner or the next person that you meet. So just say yes. Don't be too scared. Ask for help when you need it, because you just never know where life is going to take you.